A frustrated Max Verstappen has dubbed the 24-hour Le Mans virtual race a clown show after losing the lead and opting to withdraw from the event due to connection issues. So let's take a closer look at what happened, Verstappen's angry monologue on the event, and how others have reacted to it. Verstappen calls out organisers. Verstappen took the lead at the start and held it with Team Redline's number one car, which he shared with Jeffrey Rietveld, Luke Browning and Diogo Pinto. He was more than a minute ahead of Team Redline's sister car with 7 hours remaining in the race. However, due to connection issues, he was briefly removed from the game, and when he returned, he'd lost a lap and a half and dropped to 17th place. Around 90 minutes later, Verstappen encountered similar connectivity issues, prompting the Dutchman to abandon the game in frustration. Earlier in the event, the race was red-flagged twice due to server issues, which organisers said were caused by a suspected security breach. The event was restarted in dry conditions rather than the wet weather that had been seen prior to the stoppage, as this was said to have been affecting the outage. Speaking on his Twitch stream, Verstappen aired his frustration with the event organisers, adding that he would not participate in future virtual races. "They can't even control their own game," Verstappen said. "This is already the third time this has happened to me, getting kicked off the game while doing this race. It's also the last time I'm ever participating because what's the point? You prepare for 5 months to try to win this championship. You're trying to win this race that you've been preparing for 2 months, and they handle it like this. There have been 2 red flags. They cancelled the rain because maybe that's already a big influence, and people are still getting disconnected. And at one point we were hit by it, and they were just not dealing with it because they need even more people to disconnect. Honestly, it's a joke. You cannot call this an event. It's a clown show, and that's why it's better to retire the car." He continued. "I really hope the organisers consider where they put this game going forward, because on this platform, it's not going to work. It's game over. I think I have more chance if I just go to Vegas and the casino. I would have more chances to win. I think I'm going to uninstall the game. That's nice, frees up a bit of space on the PC anyway, and I really hope everyone uninstalls the game." Grosjean responds. While most found Verstappen's legendary rant at the organisers to be amusing, some have criticised his behaviour. Former F1 driver Romain Grosjean finished the race and won his GTE class with Team R8G, but he later responded to Verstappen's comments on social media. The Frenchman, a motorsport games ambassador, compared the connection issues to mechanical or technical failure in actual motorsport. He followed up on this post with another, expressing his satisfaction with the event's organisation. "Le Mans Virtual is over and I had a lot of fun. Sim racing is super competitive and seeing one of the biggest races in the world being done on sim is awesome. Yes, a few bits and pieces to improve, but isn't that just like everywhere else?" Verstappen talks about 2023 car. While Verstappen was clearly not a happy camper about the shenanigans in the virtual Le Mans race, there's little evidence to suggest that attitude is directed at his real-life racing prospects as well. Verstappen made it back-to-back titles with his 2022 triumph, while Red Bull won their first Constructors' title since 2013, in what was a dominant performance from driver and team in the first year of F1's new era of technical regulations. Red Bull will enter the new season with wind tunnel testing restrictions and CFD limitations, as well as having paid the FIA $7 million, raising concerns about their ability to keep Ferrari and a recovering Mercedes team behind them. But while Verstappen expects the team to suffer in 2023, he has full faith in the Milton Keynes squad and believes they will use the sanctions as extra motivations to stay at the top of the F1 pecking order. "Well, I mean, it will affect us, but how much? I don't know yet," said Verstappen. "I'm confident that the team and the people we have can use that as extra motivation to try and do even better. I know, of course, that they always give their best. But we have a very competitive car. We have a lot of great ideas. I think already for next year as well with a car, and hopefully it's going to be enough." However, the car is not everything, as evidenced by the Dutchman's ability to win races even when his rivals likely had the superior package. And it can get even harder for Red Bull's competitors in 2023. Red Bull predict further Verstappen improvements. Verstappen debuted in Formula One with Toro Rosso in 2015 and was promoted to the senior Red Bull team a few races later, winning the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix on his debut. Regular podium finishes and victories followed before 2021 marked a watershed moment when an improved Red Bull Honda package allowed Verstappen to take on Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, and the Dutchman narrowly winning the championship. After some early season reliability issues, Verstappen won back-to-back championships in 2022 with a dominant run of 15 wins from 22 races, prompting Red Bull chief Helmut Marko to praise the 25-year-old. But it's not just Verstappen's driving that has impressed Red Bull, with chief engineer Paul Monahan citing Verstappen's work outside the cockpit as a key factor in his recent success. Monahan said that as the 2022 campaign came to a close, Max is technically extremely gifted. He did a lot of work as a youngster, often guided by his father, and you can see the legacy of that. He knows what he's talking about within the car, and he knows what he wants. With his engineers, they know how to deliver a car that he finds nicely balanced, easy to drive. Well, not necessarily easy to drive, but drivable. It looks after its tires well enough that he can manage a situation. Monahan added, despite his double champion status and record-breaking ways, Verstappen still has room for improvement, and urged him to dig deep in order to return stronger than ever in 2023. If you look at his record over the past seasons he's been with us, it's stunning. He wouldn't achieve that if he wasn't an exceptional driver. And can he improve? Yes, of course he can. He might not thank me for saying that. I think there are areas that he can get a little bit better. He'll dig into himself and think that he could do better for a season, and it's up to us to give him a car to go and demonstrate those skills. Nonetheless, if there's one thing you should never do, it is to underestimate your competition. And in this case, the pendulum may swing significantly. Big gains from Ferrari. According to a report from Italy, Ferrari will hit the track this year with a car that is at least 1 second faster than their F175 challenger from last season. Scuderia started the 2022 season at lightning pace, with a 1-2 finish in Bahrain and 2 wins in the first 3 races. But while their title charge deteriorated over the course of the year, their problems had little to do with the performance of their vehicle. This year, a similarly competitive machine would go a long way forward, helping them mount a less brittle challenge. And according to rumors, Ferrari may go even further and field an even better car. According to the Italian publication Formula Uno, the car the Scuderia will reveal on Valentine's Day could be at least 1 second faster than their previous effort. That theory was formed as a result of work on the simulator at their Maranello headquarters. The cars themselves are still being manufactured and assembled. The report describes it as an intriguing estimate from within the Ferrari camp, and it is attributed to highly qualified sources. It goes on to say, from our information, the numbers from the Ferrari simulator are extremely positive. There have been some delays in the production of the new car, but Ferrari is said to be unconcerned about this. From a practical standpoint, it simply means that they will most likely relocate their car launch venue from Imola to their Maranello base to simplify logistics. Of course, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz have yet to test drive their new toy. However, they will return to F1 action later this month at a test hosted by Ferrari in Fiorano. They will each have 1 day to drive the SF21, which will be used in the 2021 championship. They will be joined at the 3-day test by reserve drivers Robert Schwartzman and Antonio Giovinazzi, who will each spend half a day driving the car ahead of their World Endurance Championship duties this year. The test will allow not only the drivers but also their new boss to get back into the swing of things, as Frederic Vasseur will have his first opportunity as Ferrari team principal to observe how the team operates on the racetrack. While Vasseur is aware that there is no magic switch he can flip to propel Ferrari to the front, he's also aware that he's been drafted in for one reason: World Championship glory. With Ferrari executives John Elkann and Benedetto Vigna having lost patience and faith in Vasseur's predecessor, Mattia Binotto, whom they could have easily given another year for a make-or-break title campaign, the timing of a change is significant. It is not the case, as so often happens, of a team deciding to change because the results have fallen off a cliff and a downward spiral must be reversed. Instead, Ferrari looked beyond Binotto for one simple reason: it wants to win the World Championship now. As Vigna famously stated over the winter, "We have made some progress. I'm happy with the progress we've made. I'm not happy with second place. I think the team has what it takes to improve over time." So, everything is falling into place. Max Verstappen is already angry before the year has even begun. Red Bull is looking for creative ways to get around their penalties. And Ferrari is reporting huge gains in their make-or-break year. We're not trying to be premature, but this season is already looking promising. But what are your thoughts? Was Verstappen right to lose his cool? What are your predictions for the Red Bull-Ferrari battle in 2023? Have we perhaps forgotten about a certain silver-colored team? Please let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking it and subscribing. Be sure to click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching.